My name is Kenton DeYoung. I'm standing here with my co-host Dylan Fairman.
Hello.
This is Unsolved Canadian Mysteries. So we are in the St. Henry's Kronsberg Cemetery, the apparent most haunted cemetery in Saskatchewan. The unsolved mystery for tonight is, why is it so haunted? And of course we don't know why. There have been various sightings here over the years. They say one of the most obvious sighting is a tall, black, winged being that's supposed to be on the outside of the cemetery.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why are we even here? Kent, I don't want to get taken by some demonic winged beast.
They call it like the guardian of the cemetery. They often see it like in photographs at night. They see it kind of standing out to the side or in the distance. But one of the big things people say here is the voices of children. They hear them laughing and playing, crackling, snapping, often when no one is around. Some say they can see a mist coming off the water over there, and either things coming out of the grass, crawling, or coming out of the graves. That's a common one. People either see it or feel.
That's a common one? Things are crawling out of the grave. It's very common here.
See Mary in here. She has her throat slit. Cops of reason she's in the cage. Your microphone picked them up, you think? Cool.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the area we're going to be talking about is over in that area there. It's I believe the unconsecrated part of the cemetery. So it's where the non-baptized people go to be laid to rest. There's been some sightings over there. The whole thing really, but a lot over there. People who pass away in this area often say before they go, if they want to be buried somewhere, and they say, I do not want to be buried at the Kronsberg Cemetery. So it's very often to see orbs in photographs, to see shadow figures, to see things peeking behind the headstones. But why is it haunted? They don't know. Could it be because of the water? Could it be because there's some kind of ley line here? A lot of paranormal investigators come out here.
Sorry, what's that? What's a ley line?
Ley line, it's like an energy line that they crisscross the planet. They say if there's a ley line, usually there's some kind of paranormal activity on that line. So like if you think about like the big paranormal hotspots in the United States, they're all along ley lines. They kind of make like a star shape. Or you think about like the Incas, the Aztecs, the Egyptians, all of their major pyramids are all along a line, and they say those are all along a ley line. So pretty much if there's a ley line somewhere, there's paranormal activity there. So I don't know if it's a ley line causes it, or it just happened to line up, because you can make a line out of anything, right? So they say there may be a ley line out here, but I don't know how you can really prove that. The area has been known to be haunted for, I would say, solid 60 years, more than that. It's been published in Saskatchewan Ghost Stories, the third book by Jo-Anne Christensen. The first passage in the book is about the cemetery, so it's the opening hook, right? So it's about as haunted as you can get in Saskatchewan, in the third book anyway. I've been here 3 or 4 times. I haven't felt anything, but I've talked to other investigators who have been here, and they say, yeah, there's something here. But we'll be here for a bit, see if we see anything. It's a nice night so far, but the sun is still up. We'll see what happens when the sun goes down. I was going to go to Chapters and buy the book, and I'm like, wait a second, I'm pretty sure I own it. And I do. So I saved myself like $12 because I already bought it.
Some ghostly savings.
Yeah. Nothing better than already owning the material that you're looking for. We need you. There's the book. St. Henry's Kronsberg Cemetery. I'll read some of what they say in here. It says, when you walk through the cemetery part, you feel fine. But as you get to the borderline where the fence used to be, you can just feel it. Your skin prickles. And that's the area over there. Assume, anyway. For ghost hunters looking for ghost lookers looking for evidence of the paranormal, it was a rewarding place to go. St. Henry's appears to be saturated with apparitions, orbs, and ghostly sounds and smells. Investigators felt deeply affected by the energy of the place, experiencing anxiety, personality changes, sudden physical illness, and the magnetism that Jan, who's talking about here, frequently speaks of. They would come away with evidence of paranormal phenomena in photos, recordings, and videos. And the stories. There's so many stories about St. Henry's, it's difficult to know where to begin. So here we have a passage talking about how someone left the recorder in here, and then when they went to get it, they ended up running out and left the recorder here for about 45 minutes before they got a friend to come and help them. And the recording picked up quite a few things. So it said all the way through, you could hear noises like banging wood, metal, you could hear footsteps, you could hear little boys talking. At one point you can hear hammering. There's a heavy breathing, a heartbeat. I definitely heard a heartbeat. You can hear chanting, there's singing going on. And then there's many sections where, I hate to say this to you, I hate to label it like this, but it's almost something demonic sound. A whole bunch of voices. And then they also talk about the Calling Lakes Paranormal Investigators, who I actually talked to Calling Lakes a few years ago, or some of the former investigators, and they told me personally over the phone, yeah, this place is haunted. So not just in the book, they're not just making it up. I did talk to the investigators too, and they said, yeah, it is very haunted. But again, I never experienced anything, so let's see. They say here, according to Amy, if you're buried here, you come back in a dramatic fashion. She describes most of what you see at St. Henry's as visual, theatrical terms. There are people actually climbing out of the graves, like straight out of a bad horror movie. You see black figures running from tombstone to tombstone, beyond the point where the cemetery divides. Another investigator and I could see this weird mist on the ground. It had a funny color to it. It almost had a glow. And then there's the part about the ominous dark figure. We call it the guardian, or the watcher of the cemetery. If we go out there when things are really active, it will watch us. But it won't come into the cemetery. It's either outside where the vehicle is, or it's over by the trees in the It's probably a squirrel or something. That was a good time. In the unconsecrated area, which makes me wonder if it is over there, or if it's over by the I guess the trees are over there. It's around here somewhere, obviously. The guardian is being an immense hooded winged creature. She's seen it swooping over the trees and lurking around the perimeter of the cemetery. And she believes she's captured in a photograph. But of course it didn't show the photograph in the book, right? Because why not? But
Probably costs extra, Kenton.
oh yeah. Ink's not cheap, man. You gotta get that. Oh, I think it was a mouse? No. You heard it that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people have bad dreams. They say sometimes things follow you home, either right to the house or in the back of the vehicle as they drive away. But usually they attach to women, and it's just us guys, so we should be okay.
It's just us guys.
Just us guys.
Yeah.
Want to go over there and see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something over here that made that sound, but it could have been anything in this grass.
So where's the bad part?
We'll go over here. I think it's in this way. See, those tombstones have started to fall apart a bit, though. Like the base of the... Yeah. So I think it's over here. In the book, they talk about like a fence or a divider, but the reason I think it's over here is because these little graves over here by the fence line, we have the obvious white one right there, but also this little wooden cross right here as well. So I'm thinking this is probably the area where they have like the unbaptized kids. I think so anyway, because that's something you would see in a traditional cemetery where they're kind of separated by everybody else. And again, the book is pretty old, maybe 10, 20 years old now, so could just taking down a fence, or they could be talking about this fence, who knows. It's probably this area. There's some stuff too in the grass over there, but I've never gone to the grass to see what it is, but I think it's more headstones, but it's tough to say. So why do you think it's haunted, Dylan? You think it's just people making up stories?
Yeah, people love making up stories.
It's weird because cemeteries aren't usually haunted. Like, Regina Cemetery's not haunted. The one in, I think near Wolseley is haunted, they say, because it got all burned down from a fire. But usually cemeteries aren't haunted. Which is like, it says in the book, it's like, it's not usually a place where spirits go to haunt because it's a resting ground, but they say this one is quite haunted, and people are very defensive about that claim, so I don't know why they make this one. Like, there's nothing suspicious about it. Like, it's just out in the middle of nowhere, right? But I think it's either a story or there's something more, you know?
Something we're missing here.
Yeah, like a missing piece. Like, what happened? Why here? It's a bit of a shorter one than usual. I often wonder if maybe it has something to do with that statue of Mary with its throat cut, because it's kind of like, you don't see that every day. We can do some of you walking around.
Yeah. Give up these, like, rank camera skills I've got here.
Okay. Everyone likes Dylan in the podcast. They think you're so funny.
I'm not very funny right now, and I'm about to get murdered by some flying demon guy.
Actually, so we were here a month or so ago, and we were walking this way, and a whole bunch of birds were resting over by that building.
Oh, God.
They all flew up, and Jessica got so scared. I did too, but she yelped. And through these trees here, a bit of a break up there. Hard to see, but I think there used to be a path that went down through the valley to where the church used to be. We could walk there if you want. That's the St. Henry part of the Kronsberg Cemetery. We'll see how the path looks. I don't think anyone uses it anymore. Yeah, do you want to go down that, or you just want to go around? There's a plaque at the end of this, like a little cairn, that I think says more about St. Henry's, or about the St. Henry's Church. Maybe it'll tell us a bit more about what happened. Maybe.
There's a plaque down here?
Like a cairn on the other side of this dip.
You didn't say carrot, did you?
Cairn?
Okay, I thought you said carrot.
Like
there's a fucking orange carrot.
It's a giant carrot?
Yeah.
Oh, we're probably the first ones to go through here in a while.
Yeah. How far is it?
Just on the, like, the tree line over there. It's not that much further. We can always walk around on our way back. Oh, bit of a drop over there. But I'm thinking, judging by, like, we're not that far from another church that they burned down, I think in the 80s or the 90s maybe. Maybe nothing. And I'm thinking probably they built around the same time. So probably early 1900s. Probably closed around the same time too, I bet. This is further than I thought it was going to be. But I think we're almost there. We don't... This is fun. This is a fun, like, outdoor on location thing, right? Gotta do more of these. Like, I've been to a lot of haunted places over the years, right? And I haven't seen anything. So I don't know if it's like either I'm not sensitive to it, or if it doesn't exist. But there's enough people out there saying it exists. When I was in Peru, there's a part of the cemetery where unbaptized kids are buried. And the claim, because the Peruvian religion is like a mixture of traditional religion, indigenous religion, and Christianity. In their religion, unbaptized children, their spirits become elves. So it could be, let's say that's the thing that happens. Maybe they just saw elves in St. Henry Kronsberg Cemetery. Maybe. I think we're almost at the Karen now.
You're saying Karen.
Karen.
Like Karen, like you're being such a Karen?
No, like C-A-I-R-N.
That's a Karen.
Wouldn't be scared if there was a woman, Karen, just standing out here.
Oh, yeah. She's just complaining about the fucking service. I'm like, ma'am, you're not going to get any service out here.
This Karen, see, it even says it. This Karen marks the site of St. Henry's Church and Rectory in the district known as Kronsberg. The church was built in 1906, I was right, during the pastorage of Father Leo Gabriel OMI of Grayson, Saskatchewan. The rectory was built in 1912. Is there anything here that says about it? The church was closed in 1961. The district is now part of St. John the Baptist Parish, Dysart, Saskatchewan. The year of the Lord, 1986. So they must have built this in 86. So I wonder what happened to the church. They could have torn it down or burned it down like they did with the other one, not that far away from here. The timelines kind of make sense. So you want to go back through it, or you want to walk around?
Up to you.
Let's walk around.
Okay.
It's a lot worse in there than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's untamed.
Yeah. They keep this part nice and mowed and in there nice and mowed, but between them, let it go. So we're surrounded by coyotes pretty much?
Yeah.
Both sides of us? Okay. I have to go back in that cemetery and get my book and backpack.
Yes, you do. What if they're gone? If they're gone, I'm running back to the vehicle.
If they're gone, we're gone. That's what's happening.
Like straight up. And if you hid your girlfriend in the trunk and she did it and you guys are trying to play a trick on me, good job, but I'm not happy.
It seems a lot further to walk than in the grounds.
No shit. What if we're just like in one of those like we walk through the veil?
Yeah.
And now we're just at an endless walk through purgatory.
Yeah? That would be an unsolved Canadian mystery.
Oh yeah, we would become an unsolved Canadian mystery.
We would have a great full...
Two podcasters went into a cemetery, the most haunted cemetery in Saskatchewan. What happened to them? No one knows.
It'd be like a Blair Witch found footage thing.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool. Oh,
Yeah.
not for us.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think if they're seeing anything amongst the graves here, it's probably gophers.
Oh yeah.
So many
popping their
gopher holes.
stupid little heads up.
That would scare me in the dark when those guys ran past me. Still both here? Great. Good.
Oh god, Kenton, there's a big fucking bell.
Want me to ring it? I'll ring it. Bell was presented by John and Mary, something of Kronsberg. Thanks, John and Mary.
Oh my god, that's so loud, Kenton.
It works. So what do you think of St. Henry Kronsberg Cemetery?
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's very creepy.
But none of the claims have manifested themselves this evening. Besides, I think, a gopher that we heard.
Thanks, Kenton, for taking me out here, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Dylan. I know this is a bit of a different episode of Unsolved Canadian Mysteries, but it's kind of like a Halloween special.
Yeah, I don't have any liquor either.
No, well, I guess when we get back home.
Sounds good.
Thanks for coming, Dylan.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you, talk to you next time. Bye.